the Lord Vishnu. Number 3, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Number 4, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. Number 5, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Number 6, to give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. Number 7, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Number 8, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in Vedas as fruitive activities, Karma Kand. Number 9, to instruct the faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Number 10, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success, Krishna Prem. So once again, welcome to today's call and thank you very much for joining us. Before we move on to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class, I would let all the devotees on the call to please go ahead with your introductions now.
Hare Krishna, Priya Radha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Aditi Devi Dasi in Canada, wishing everyone Sri Krishna Janmashtami. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Aditi Mataji. Tanvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. And thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dinvat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Varam Vyas class from Chicago. And a happy Janmashtami to everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Arvind Prabhuji. Tanvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Lila, Priya, Radha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances, my pranam to all the assembled devotees. Happy Krishna Janmashtami to everyone. This is Param Pavani Shyama Devi Dasi from Baltimore, Maryland. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Param Bhani Shyama Mataji. Danvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Lila, Priya, Radha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. Wishing everyone happy Krishna Janmashtami. Very happy to celebrate Krishna Janmashtami on Bhakti Sanga call. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Danvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Lila, Priya, Radha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. This is ShyamaGauri Devidasi from Charlotte, and happy Krishna Janmashtami to everyone on the call. Thank you so much for joining every day and having such a nice association. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, ShyamaGauri Mataji. Danvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Lila, Priya Mataji. This is Kumadi Dasi from Baltimore. Please accept my obeisances. Worship Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj and all.
Hare Krishna, Kamadiki Mataji. Danvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, happy Janmashtami to you and all. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, you were breaking up. I could barely hear you.
Hare Krishna, Lila, Priya, Radha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. My pranams to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Happy Janmashtami to all of you. Thank you, Mataji. This is Sushmita from Canada.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Danvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Lila, Priya, Radha Mataji. All glories Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh, Wishing everyone happy Janmashtami. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji. Danvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा लीला प्रिया राधा माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय प्रीतिदासी फ्रॉम शार्लोट हैप्पी जन्माष्टमी टू एवरीवन हरे कृष्णा
Hare Krishna, Preeti Mataji. Danvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my obeisances. All glories to Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Sangeeta Mataji. Danvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Lila Priya Radha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. Wishing everyone a very happy Sri Krishna Janmashtami. This is Indulekha Karna Devidasi.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Karuna Mataji. Danvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Dandatna Mataji. This is Dr. Kalpagalli from India, Tamil Nadu, Kanyakumari district. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to all devotees assembled here. Prabhupada. All glories to Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Danvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Any more introductions before we start the class? Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Sanga conference call. Once again, wish you all a very happy Krishna Janmashtami. We're extremely fortunate to have His Holiness Sundara Chaitanya Godswami Maharaj here with us today. And Maharaj would be enlightening us by discussing the appearance day of Lord Sri Krishna, our very favorite topic. But before we dive into this nectarine class, I will request ShyamaGauri Mataji to share a brief introduction about our today's speaker, His Holiness Sundara Chaitanya Godswami Maharaj. So Hare Krishna, ShyamaGauri Mataji, Danvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, and over to you.
Yes, Mataji, give me a minute. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we are extremely fortunate to have His Holiness Sundara Chaitanya Swami Maharaj to enlighten us on Krishna Janmashtami festival. His Holiness Sundar Chaitanya Swami Maharaj, among the senior most disciples of His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj, is an international motivational speaker, leadership trainer, and a renowned youth preacher. He specializes in inspiring and empowering people to realize their true selves. As a keynote speaker, thousands of people have discovered a new light from his energetic workshop and worldwide. He is basically from Mauritius, where he came in contact with ISKCON in 1982. In 1986, Maharaj joined the Brahmachari ashram, dedicated his life to the mission. From 1988 to 1992, he served as a Sankirtan leader in Mauritius. Maharaj has served as a temple president in Mauritius, and in Nagpur, India for several years. He travels to many countries and is very active in preaching in Aravade, Noida, Delhi, Europe, Italy, England, France, Belgium, South Africa, and Reunion Island. He has managed interfaith events, bringing together the communities of different religious faiths in order to strengthen their faith and believe in God together. He has opened ISKCON preaching center all over the world. Maharaj Sundara Chaitanya Godswami Maharaj is popular for his outstanding lectures and seminars and about the philosophy of Krishna consciousness with the expert hand and bhajans and kirtans. He has been instrumental in providing the teachings of Vedic scriptures, the Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita for the past few years. And at present, Maharaj is a lecturer at the Vaishnav Institute of Higher Education in Sri Vrindavan Dham. He has also been an inspirational coordinator to the various international level festivals in Mauritius. He has managed the famous 3 days Rath Yatra festival in Mauritius, which is attended by thousands of guests. Hare Krishna. Also, he comes to Charlotte for preaching. Hare Krishna. I don't see Maharaj. Let me call him.
Thank you, ShyamaGauri Mataji.
Maharaj is joining now.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Maharaj.
Maharaj has joined.
Hare Krishna, Sundara Chaitanya Godswami Maharaj, Danvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much for giving us your valuable time and association this morning and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, and more specifically on the auspicious day of Sri Krishna Janmashtami. So without further ado, I would like to request you to please take over from here. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Pasachadi Satarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everyone. First of all, I'd like to wish all the devotees happy Janmashtami celebration. Today is actually Janmashtami. It is actually one of the most auspicious dates calendar in our calendar. Krishna Janmashtami, which falls on the Rohini Nakshatra. And on the appearance day, the Lord actually offers awards his mercy more, his benediction. So somewhere also it's mentioned that we should, how do we observe Janmashtami? With tan, man, dhan, happiness, joy, make lots of preparation, kirtan, chanting and dancing. Very joyful mood should be there for Krishna Janmashtami. This is mentioned in many parts of scriptures, how do we celebrate Janmashtami. So wish you all happy or blissful Krishna Janmashtami Mahotsav. So this is actually very, very important. And this is the the birth of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And normally for human being, for ordinary people, we also organize many, many preparations are there. Just for ordinary people, you know, what to speak of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the Supreme Lord actually has appeared, personally appeared. He has personally appeared as a son of Vasudeva in Mathura. And before Lord Krishna appeared, it is explained that all the demigods, along with their wives, they were appearing also in different places, different pious families. So just to assist the Lord for his pastime. So the demigods also would appear on the planet Earth to actually help the Lord in his pastime. And the demigods also, they were further informed that one portion of the Lord, plenary portion of Krishna, the Shesh, Ananta Shesh, who actually maintained the universe, he will also appear, right? So before the appearance of Lord Krishna, that was also mentioned. And we have celebrated also Balaram Jayanti a few days ago. And as you know, Balaramji is Adi Guru. And Balaramji is also carrying the plow. Krishna is carrying the flute. How do we combine these two instruments? Just like when there are droughts and the soil become very, very hard, and it requires the plow deep into the soil to make it soft. So Balaramji, who is Adi Guru, he comes to soften our heart with this like hard soil after long times of drought. And Balaramji also removing the anarthas in the heart. And Balaramji also expanded himself to serve Krishna in many ways. In terms of, okay, the quadruple expansion, that's Balaramji. 2-time quadruple expansion. And there's Narayan and Mahavishnu. And then also Garbhodakasai Vishnu, Sirurakasai Vishnu, Ananta Shesh, the old Balaramji. So preparing, he comes to prepare for the appearance of Krishna. And Krishna is appearing today, definitely, midnight. So Balaramji comes, and Balaramji is called Bhagwan also. He's also Bhagwan, but Sevak Bhagwan. But Krishna is Savior Bhagwan, right? So then this was informed actually by Yogmaya, because this is to that Balaramji would also appear. By the help of Yogmaya, he will also be transferred. So he appeared just to execute the purpose of Krishna. So what happened one time, Vasudeva, just after marrying Devaki, after the wedding ceremony, they were going home in a chariot with his newly wedded wife, Devaki. They were going. And then the father has actually contributed many dowry. That was a custom. Hundreds of chariots. They were completely decorated with gold equipments during the wedding ceremony. So at that time, Kans trying to please his sister. So he actually voluntarily, he took the rein, taken the rein of the horses, of the chariot. In fact, Vasudeva was telling Kansa, what are you doing? This is not fine. This is not good. You're the prince, not supposed to be driving the chariot. This is done by the drivers. But Kansa loved his sister so much. He himself wanted to drive it. It is also the custom. Brother takes the sisters and the brother-in-law to their home, because sometimes the sister feels lonely, or not lonely, but missing the family members. So the brother is going there just to help Devaki also, to get used to stay there. So he might feel too much of separation. She might feel too much of separation from her father's family. So that, like the brothers goes with her until she reaches her father-in-law's house. But here Vasudeva was telling Kamsa, what are you doing? This is not fair. What are people going to speak about you? You're the prince. People are going to speak ill about you. Don't do that. But Kamsa said, no, I will drive my sister's chariot. But here we can see that materialistic people, they love their family members extremely very much. They love materialistic people. Like anything, they love their family members very much. But if anybody will create any obstacle in his life and is ready to kill them, anyone of the family members. Just like Kansa, he loved his sister so much, but because Devaki was going to create some obstacle in his life, and the 8th child of Devaki will kill him. So then he's ready to do anything and everything. He's ready to kill her own sister, whom he loved very much. So these are materialistic people are like that. So King Devak has given many elephants dowry, decorated with golden garments, 15,000 horses, 1,800 chariots, and also he had arranged for 200 girls, beautiful girls, to follow her daughter, right? So then Vasudev actually brought another 200 beautiful girl along with his wife to help her. So when they were passing the chariot, when they were passing on the street, and then there were different kinds of musical instruments playing, indicating the auspicious moment. And Kansa has, what he has done, he had put the drivers in the dicky, in the back, in the box, I will drive. And there were many musical instruments, auspicious moment. And there were conch shell, bugles, drums, everything, kettle drums combined together. And they were very much vibrating like concert. So then the chariot was passing. Kamsa was driving the chariot. And when suddenly there was a miraculous sound vibration. Sound suddenly vibrated from the sky. That sound announced to Kamsa. Kamsa, you fool, you're such a fool. You're driving the chariot of your sister. And Vasudev also. But you don't know, Kans, the 8th child of your sister will kill you. You're such a fool. And that was a voice coming from like celestial voice in the sky, So what happened is, it is also explained that Kamsa was the most demoniac of the dynasty, Bhoja dynasty, the king among the Bhoja dynasty. He was most demoniac. So immediately after hearing this voice coming from the sky, he caught hold of Devaki's hair and was just about to kill her with a sword. But at that point, Vasudeva was very much astonished. He was scared. He was astonished about the behavior of Kansa. But now Vasudeva has to pacify Kansa, right? So he began to speak to him with great vision, reason, and evidence also. Why do you want to kill your sister? You are the most famous king of Bhoja dynasty. And people knows you, very great warrior, valiant king. So how is it that you have become angry suddenly and you are prepared to kill a woman? And that woman is your own sister. And that is also at the auspicious time of marriage. You're supposed to be giving gift. But what kind of gift are you giving? You're killing her. And then Vasudeva speaks about philosophy, just to pacify him. You should not be afraid of death. Death is already born. As the day we are born, death is also born with us. When you buy a box of juice, whatever box we buy, there's two things are mentioned: date of birth and the date of death. Sorry, box is a manufacturing date and the expiry date. anything we buy. 2 dates are mentioned. So similarly, when we are born, these 2 dates are already mentioned, described. Transcribed, already mentioned. But unfortunately, people, they celebrate only one, only the birthday. Happy birthday to you, not the death day. But as soon as we are born, it is actually, death is already born along with your birth. And here facts, we can see that Kamsa was trying to escape from death. No one can actually escape. As sure as death. Death is sure to happen. Other things may not happen, but death is sure to take place, as sure as death. I used to give one example, very nice example. If there is somebody is flying in the sky, in a flight, and suddenly a 5 hours flight. After 1 hour, there was an announcement. And what was the announcement? The 1 hour, that, ladies and gentlemen, please hear this announcement. After 1 hour, there will be a crash. There will be air crash after 1 hour. But don't worry, we'll offer you some nice plate of gulab jamun, barfi, puri, sabji, dal, everything. Cheese, paneer. You will get everything. But after 1 hour, there will be a crash. I mean, what are we going to do? What people will do? Somebody told me, Maharaj, I'm going to look for a parachute. Someone else said, Maharaj, I'm going to eat the food, and we are going to die anyway. But intelligent people will say, no, we cannot eat, difficult to eat. Because after 1 hour, there will be air crash. But someone else said, Maharaj, we're going to pray. We'll pray, because that might change the trajectory. So this is intelligent. Because Krishna has already mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, already announced what Krishna has announced. Jata Shahid Dhruvam Mrityur Dhruvam Janma Amrita Sacha. One who is born will have to die. So Krishna has already announced this body crash, and is crashing every day. Right? Krishna has already, one who is born will have to die. And what are people doing? They are eating the food, enjoying life. So this is one of the reasons why the Hare Krishna devotees, we always chant the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. One person asked Prabhupada, Swamiji, where it is written in Bhagavad Gita that we should chant 16 rounds? Where is it mentioned in Bhagavad Gita that one should chant 16 rounds of mala? And Prabhupada replied, Prabhupada knew how to reply. Prabhupada said, in Bhagavad Gita, it is mentioned 24 hours chanting. Satatam kirtayantoma. 24 hours, always chant my glories. That's what is written in Bhagavad Gita. And Prabhupada asked him, can you chant 24 hours? Will you be able to chant 24 hours? And he said, no. And that's why it's mentioned 16 rounds. And the man said, Prabhupada ji, thank you so much. You have reduced it for us, because 24 hours we cannot chant. So like that, this is why Vasudeva was trying to pacify Kans. Every moment, every second we are dying. So why are you afraid of death? And final death is inevitable, because one may die today or tomorrow, or in 100 years. So we cannot actually avoid death. So why should we be so afraid? So at that point, Vasudeva is trying to pacify Kamsa by good instruction, as well also by philosophical discrimination. But Kamsa was not to be pacified. Why he was not to be pacified? Because he was associating with demoniac people. Demoniac association. He was always a demon. Although he was born in a very, very aristocratic family, royal family, but he was always demon. Because demon can never care for good instruction. Just like a thief. A thief, one can give moral instruction, but it will not be effective. Kamsa knew but Kamsa knew, had promised, okay, I'll give you the child who's going to be born, one after the other. So then Kamsa knew the value of Vasudev words. Vasudev, words of honor. Because Vasudev is convinced about this argument. So, in fact, what has happened is Vasudev is keeping his word, right? So when the first child was born, Vasudev brought the child to Kamsa. But at this point, Kamsa's heart little bit changed, melting. He said, no, 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 I don't want this child. I want the eighth one. Because the voice was saying eight, the eighth child. So you can take the child back home. But Vasudev was not convinced. Vasudev knew that this demoniac Kamsa will change his mind. Anytime he can change his mind. Vasudev knew that. Materialistic people can change the mind anytime, any moment. So Vasudev took the child back. And Narad Muni came. Narad Muni said, why you have returned the child? Kamsa said, no, I don't want this one. I want the child. I want the eighth one. And Narad Muni is trying to convince him. How do you know? What is the evidence? Because this is Krishna. Vishnu can come anytime. The first can come eighth, the eighth can come the first one. And then Kamsa just jumped into his chariot. He jumped into his chariot. He just went to the place where Vasudeva was. He was still not home, Vasudeva. He was just still walking, and now he's handing over the child to Devaki. Not yet arrived at home properly. So Kamsa just snatched the child and smacked the child against the stone, the wall, right? Because Kamsa is convinced now, every child, any child can be Vishnu. So that was Kamsa. An atheistic person like that. Atheistic person cannot be firm, right, in their words. Because one who cannot control his senses cannot be steady in determination. Who said that? Chanakya Pandit said, never put your faith, your trust in a diplomat or politician. Because politicians, they are addicted and restricted sense gratification and can never be truthful. So this is the point. Cannot be trusted with any faith. So then he snatched the child, the first one, and the first one when the child was snatched, Vasudeva was not in jail at that time. And then he put Vasudeva in jail and his wife. Devaki was still unconscious because the child was killed. The first child was killed. Devaki was unconscious. He fell down. And Kamsa put Vasudeva and Devaki, although Devaki was unconscious, put in jail. Very atrocious. And even the gatekeeper was shocked. You see, this king was Ugrasen. So Ugrasen was ruling very nicely, like Ram Raja. There was not even a single prisoner in the jail. Even during Ram times also. There was no single prisoner in the jail. But the jailkeeper was shocked. The very, very first person to become the prisoner was Vasudeva and Deva. He was shocked. You know. Of course, when Kamsa heard about it, Kamsa became very, very furious. Ugrasen. When Ugrasen heard about it, Ugrasen, the father of Kamsa, became very, very furious. And he said, he became very, very upset. And Ugrasen did not speak with Kamsa for 1 year. Did not speak to him because of this atrocity. But in the meantime, what Kamsa was doing, because he was demoniac, he was the commander of the army. I mean, Kamsa was not interested in learning, study, going to school. He was not interested. When he was a child, he would play with the kids. He would also kill them anytime, you know. Was a demoniac. So what he has done in the meantime, because he was a commander of the army, he had killed many, many of the army and putting his own men, demoniac people, right? He has removed some of his father's men, warriors, killing them, and he has put his own people, demoniac people, like the company of Jarasandha, like that, right? So again, when Kamsa had actually killed the baby, and then Ugrasen was very, very furious. And Ugrasen had sent a messenger, go and tell Kamsa he is under arrest. He will be put in jail. At that time, Kamsa was laughing. Ha, 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 ha. Go and tell Ugrasen, my father, that he is under arrest. So what has happened here? Kamsa has put his own man. Now Ugrasen army has become weak. Because now Kamsa is doing a coup d'etat. A coup d'etat. Taken over the government, the rules. And arrested his father and put his father in jail. Now the jailkeeper was shocked again. The first prisoner is Vasudeva, and the second one is the king himself. The jailkeeper was shocked because there was never any prisoner in the prison. And Kamsa, what he has done, he has removed the jailkeeper, or maybe kill him, and he has put his own men, own people inside for the jailkeeper, right? Because the previous jailkeeper was very close to the king. He might let them loose. So demoniac. But now inside, 2 rooms now, prison jail, 2. One is Vasudeva and Devaki, and the other one is Ugrasen. Vasudeva and Devaki, they were praying. They were praying to the Lord. Oh, my dear Lord, please save my child. Although there was the mood, rasa was shifting from Vatsalya to Dasya, from Dasya to Vatsalya, so they were praying, my dear Lord, please protect my child. But Ugrasen also was praying, next room, jail. And he was praying. I mean, Ugrasen said, I don't care. I have been put in jail. I have been dishonored. I don't mind. My son has arrested me, put me in jail. I don't care about it. But what is most danger, what is most invaluable or dishonored is that it is me who has given birth to this rascal. Kamsa. That's very, very much dishonored. And then he was praying, my dear Lord, please kill him. Kill his son. One side, Devaki Vasudeva were praying to protect the child. But here, Ugrasena was praying, when he's going to die, this boy, this son. He was dishonored for him because it's him who has actually give him birth. So in the prison then now, within the prison, what's happening? They were shackled in iron chain, Vasudeva and Devaki. So he gave birth, and they gave birth to a male child year after year in the jail, year after year. And comes out thinking each of the babies to be the incarnation of Vishnu and need to be killed. He will kill them one after the other, right? But Kamsa was particularly afraid of the 8th child. He was particularly afraid of the 8th child. So after the visit of Narad Muni, he came to the conclusion that any child might be Krishna. Right? He was counting his finger. If you count here first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if we start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one is first, which one is fifth, and that is Vishnu. Right? So he first imprisoned them, his father also, because he was the chief of the king. And he also occupied the kingdom. So that's how he actually declared himself the king. He declared himself the king of all such places. That's what he has done. So when Kamsa killed the 6 babies of Devaki and Vasudeva, one after the other, and many relatives had come to them, families, members coming to them, please stop this, requested him to discontinue these heinous activities, to stop it, but of no avail. What happened? All of them became worshippers of Kamsa. And they all became the worshippers of Kamsa due to his demoniac influence. So when Devaki was actually, became pregnant for the 7th time, and then there was this expansion of Krishna, known as Ananta, who appeared in the womb of Devaki, and it was Devaki was actually overwhelmed with jubilation, but also lamentation, both. Jubilation because now a new child is going to be born, Ananta Shesh, but lamentation because Kamsa is going to kill him also. She was very, very joyful. Devaki was actually very, very joyful. She could understand that Lord Vishnu has taken shelter within her womb. Lord Vishnu has taken shelter within her womb. But at the same time, she was sorry that as soon as a child will be born, he comes out and he will be killed also by Kamsa. And she was feeling very, very sorry. But at that time, the Lord has informed Yogamaya. He's informing Yogamaya. So, and he said that my Sesha, my plenary portion, will also appear. It's now within the womb of Devaki. It is there in the womb of Devaki. You can arrange to transfer Sesha from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. This is very bewildering to Kamsa. He's going to transfer Sesha to the womb from the womb of Rohini, Devaki to the womb of Rohini. Transfer. But here, they thought that was a miscarriage because Balaram was not born and thought that was a miscarriage. But no, it was not a miscarriage, it was just transfer to Rohini. That's why Balaramji has many names. Balaram is called Balaram because of his bal, of his strengths. Yeah. He's also called Rama. There are 3 types, 3 Ram, Parasuram, and also Ramachandra. And why is called Ram? Because he gives pleasure. One who gives pleasure. A notion of pleasure. It's called Ram. Another name is called Sankarshan. Why Sankirtan? Because he attracted from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini, some attraction, combining the family members, attracted Sankarshan. So these are the names given by Garga Muni when they were born. So now it is clear also, very clear understanding who is a power, who is powerful. Lord is very, very powerful. There is power and the powerful, the source of all power. Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu, the source of all power. Many materialistic people, worshippers, they worship the power. They worship the power, neglecting the powerful, the source of all power. So Krishna, the supreme powerful. But we understand that Durga is a supreme power. Krishna is a supreme powerful, but Durga is a supreme power in this material world. But now what's happening? Kansa, he saw in the body of his sister, a very beautiful body. He saw the transcendental body of his sister. Beautiful now, is becoming very beautiful. But immediately he at once concluded that the Supreme Lord had taken shelter in the womb of Devaki. Because Devaki had never before looking so wonderfully beautiful like that before. For the first time, Kamsa is seeing his sister so beautiful, so attractive, wonderfully attractive. So now he could understand that there was something wonderful within this womb of Devaki. Now he became perturbed. Kansa became perturbed. So then he was trying to escape from death. Again, I would say again, one time, was Ansuya Mata from Mahabharata. And he had a son. Ansuya Mata was very dhira. She was dhira, tolerant, and calm. So she was dhira. When her son died by snake bite, she was tolerant. Nothing. She said nothing. But there was one hunter became very upset. He wanted to go and kill a snake. So he asked permission from the mother. Can I go and kill a snake? And the mother said, if you kill a snake, does that mean my son will come back to life again? The hunter said, no, we have to kill that snake. And then he was able to go and get the snake, found the snake, and about to kill the snake. So when he was about to kill the snake starts speaking. Hey, why are you blaming me? Yes, I have beaten the child. That's my nature, is to bite. But there is some kind of force upon my head, which has influenced me to influence the snake to bite. Influenced me to bite. And then the hunter said, who is that? He said, Kal Dev. Kal Dev. Deva in charge of time. He influenced me, and then I have by the child, and the child is dead. And when they were talking, Kal Devita came. Kal Dev just appeared there. Hey, why are you blaming me? It's not my fault. I have influenced the snake. Snake has beaten, the child is dead. Yes, but on my head also there is some force who is forcing me to do that. So what is this? He said, no, sorry, I made a mistake. The first one he said, Mritudev. Mritudev has influenced me to buy the child. And Mritudev came second time. And now he said, Mritudev, who has influenced you, it is Kaldev in charge of time. And we understand Kala is under control under Krishna's chakra. It means no one in this world is free. Nobody is free from the influence of Maya, from the influence of time, Kala, Janma, Mritu, Jara, Vyadi. So, but he was sure also that the Lord would kill him in the future. And now he's coming. So Kamsa began to think about it. What is to be done with Devaki? What is to be done now? But on top, the sky, the demigods, they continue to offer prayers unto the Supreme Lord. They're offering prayers. So now, when they were offering prayers, the seventh child has been born, but was transferred to the from Rohini's womb to the womb of, from Devaki's womb to the womb of Rohini. But now the eighth child is born. Sri Krishna Janmashtami Mahamahotsav ki jai. So now the eighth child is born. Sri Janmashtami, right? So, and then Vasudev actually saw the wonderful child. He saw this wonderful child with a baby, like a baby, as a baby with 4 hands, holding the conch shell, the club, the lotus flower decorated with the marks of Srivatsa, and wearing a jewel necklace of Kostuba jewel, Kostuba gem, stone. And he was dressed in the yellow silk, appearing very dazzling, bright, like the blackest clouds. He was also wearing helmet bedecked with a Vaidura stone. This is the appearance of Krishna. So as one point that the Acharyas explained, Krishna has taken birth like this initiation ceremony, same way. What is initiation? Initiation is when the spiritual master transfers Krishna from his heart to the heart of the disciple. But similarly, Vasudeva had actually transferred Krishna from his mind, as explained in Bhagavatam, from his mind to the mind of Devaki, and from the mind of Devaki went straight to the heart of Devaki, and then Devaki was given birth to Krishna. The same way as initiation process, right? So, and then he saw that this boy was born with abundant hair. When we are born, our janma is material, is bhautic. But Krishna's janam is janma karma chame devyam evam yuveti tattva chakva deham puna janma naiti mameti swarjuna. Meaning, anybody who understands, who knows that Krishna's birth and activities are transcendental. Punaha janma naiti. One will not take birth again. Punaha janma naiti. He'll come back to me. It means that every people who observe Janmashtami, attending Janmashtami festival, will not take birth again in this world. And we can see that Krishna's birth is different. We have many millions of people attending Krishna's birth. Maybe for the king, for the minister, or the president, 200, 300 people may attend. But Krishna Janmashtami, we have in Delhi itself, 8 lakh people. In Bombay, 7 lakh people. In Vrindavan, crores of people comes. All over the world, millions of people attending Janmashtami. So it is not material. That's evidence, a proof that Krishna's birth is divyam. Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tattva, the one who knows in truth. Not just knowing, but in truth. As Bhagavan will not Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tat chakva deham punah janma. Chakva deham, when we leave this body, will not take birth again in this material world. So that's why we celebrate Janmashtami. And Janmashtami, we have so many preparations going on. It's explained in Shastra how Janmashtami should be celebrated. Dhoom dham se, tan man dhan, chanting, dancing, offering prayers, feasting, all these preparations be done because that was Krishna's birthday. Right? Very, very auspicious. Rohini Nakshatra. And on that day, in our calendar, the most auspicious date is Krishna Janmashtami. Rohini Nakshatra. Krishna is giving his blessing on the appearance day. But here, Vasudeva was struck with wonder, because how could just a newly born child be born so decorated like that? So when he was actually looking at the baby, he was so happy. Vasudeva was so happy, and he wanted to give thousands of cows in charity to the Brahmanas. Vasudeva celebrated Janmashtami in the jail, right? He was very happy. Who was in jail, in fact? Who was a jailer? Who was a prisoner? Not Vasudeva, it was Kamsa, because he was afraid. He was outside the jail, but he was afraid. He was in danger. He was afraid of his death. He was in great anxiety, although he was out of jail. But Vasudeva was in the jail, but he was free because Krishna was with him. One may be free, one may be open in open space, but he's bound by the ropes of material nature, by anxieties of death, right? One may be outside. Like Kamsa, he was outside the jail, but he was in jail, in fact. He was a prisoner. And Vasudeva was in the jail, but he was free because Krishna was there. He was liberated. Vasudeva can never become a prisoner. So people think in this world that they are free, but we all are. Just like the COVID came, we talked about confinement under the grip of material nature. Confined, we had to be confined, but we were already confined because this is a jail, the Durga fortress. This world is a jail. It's a Durga fortress of Durga, the prison house of Durga. We were already confined. But COVID has come to remind us that, and we were confined double. When we were at home, cannot go anywhere, and then we became confined double. Once we are in this material world, and second time is we had to be confined, cannot go out anywhere during COVID time. And those people who are in jail already, they are that 3 times confined, right? So COVID came to remind us we're already confined under the grips of Durga, under the superintendent of Durga Ma, Durga Devi, right? So here, Vasudeva, what he was doing, he was going down with folded hand and then began to offer prayers to that child. And then Vasudeva was saying, I understand that you have come to kill that demon, Kansa and his followers. But let me tell you, my dear Lord, he has already killed many of your brothers. 6 brothers already been killed. And now he's simply awaiting for the news of your birth. And as soon as Kamsa will hear the news of your birth, immediately he will come with all kinds of weapons to kill you. So that child was now start speaking to Vasudeva and Devaki. And the child, Krishna, was born. He said, I know very well you're very much concerned about me. You're very much concerned about me, but afraid of Kans. So I therefore order you, please, immediately go to Gokul. Take me to Gokul and replace me with a daughter who has just been born from Yasoda. So this is the instruction of Krishna, baby Krishna, who is telling Vasudeva to go. So, and after speaking like that in front of Yasoda in front of Vasudeva and Devaki, the child transformed himself into an ordinary child. And then he remained silent, right? He remained silent after speaking. So then Vasudeva, he also attempted to take his son exactly at the time when Yasoda's daughter was born in Gokul. That child was Yogamaya. You all know it was Yogamaya. So by the influence of the Yogmaya, all the residents of all the people of Kamsa's palace, especially the doorkeepers. So the doorkeepers were overwhelmed with deep sleep, profound sleep, and all the palace doors opened, although they were actually barred and shackled with iron chain. They open. So this is the first automatic. Nowadays, if you go to the airport, you'll find automatic door. So automatic door is not new, already existed during that time of Vasudeva Devaki, because that door opened automatically. But that night was dark, was very, very dark. That night was very dark. When Krishna was born, it was dark time. As soon as Vasudeva took Krishna on his lap and went out, and then it became bright outside. He could see everything, just like in the sunlight. Everything became changed. So the darkness actually disappeared. The night disappeared when he took Krishna. Krishna is the light, right? Surya Sama. So all the prisons doors automatically open. And also there was thunder in the sky with severe rainfall. When Vasudeva was trying to actually carry Krishna, there was in the falling rain. It was very heavy, torrential rain actually. But what happened? Shesha, in the form of a serpent, spread his hood over the head of Vasudeva so that he would be able to not to hamper by the rainfall. Samacharya explained why there were torrential rain. This explanation of Acharyas. They said that the rain falls because the rain, the clouds, is showering rain. So the clouds is thinking Krishna has appeared and he has taken our color. Krishna has taken, it's called a bluish, right? Bluish color, gray and blue like that. So that's example is given in Shastra, just like a very close example is given. Just like when the rain is about to fall, that cloud changed into gray, blue, gray. So the cloud was thinking Krishna has appeared and he has taken our color. So that's why there was so much in jubilation, the ecstatic emotion, and they started shower rainfalls, right? Because Krishna has taken the color. And second point also they mentioned that this was a secret act. It was a secret act of Vasudeva. So no people should see. So when there is torrential rain, there will not be people on the street. Everyone will be at home. When there is rain, everybody goes home. Inside, hide themselves. So that was a secret Vasudeva action to take Krishna to Gokul. So that rainfall is doing some service that people should not see. And Yamuna also was swelling. It became over flooding, right? So Yamuna water also, the bank of the Yamuna, I saw that the water of the Yamuna was roaring with waves also. And so still that river, that Yamuna gave passage to Vasudeva to be able to cross, to give him the passage to cross the Yamuna. So in this way, how Vasudeva crossed the river, Yamuna on the other side. So he went to the place of Nanda Maharaj situated in Gokul, where he saw all the cowherd men were fast asleep. They were all fast asleep. So then he took that opportunity, silently entering into the house of Yasoda. And replacing, without difficulty, he replaced his son, taking away the baby girl, newly born in a house of... Somebody may ask this question. So why is Vasudeva doing that? He's protecting his son, and he wants others' son to be killed, other child to be killed. He's protecting his own son by transferring Krishna, changing Krishna and taking away the baby girl. Why is Vasudeva doing that? It's not fair. Right? So that his son will be protected and other child may be killed. Don't mind, you know. So somebody someone may ask, the point is, the point is, this is natural.
Sorry, Maharaj.
Yeah, we can speak to that. So somebody may say like that. Why is Vasudeva doing that? Protecting his son and wanted other person to be killed. The Prabhupada said this is natural. Everyone wants to protect their own child. Right? They have much love for their own child. They want to protect. That's natural, as Prabhupada said. So after entering the house silently, very silently, and exchanging the boy with the girl, he again returned to the prison of Kamsa. And then what he did, he put the child in laps. He put the girls on the lap of Devaki again, and he clamped himself, the shackles on himself, so that Kamsa could not recognize that he went out. What has happened, right? Like normal, nothing has happened. So after Vasudeva has actually adjusted these things, and they were before his carrying out Krishna, so all the doors and the gates became closed as it was formerly was. So they heard, then the gatekeepers heard the baby child crying. Right, a newly born child crying now. So, and then that's what they were waiting for. At that time, this Kamsa got up from his bed and he exclaimed, now this cruel death of my life, the cruel death of my life is born. And Kamsa became so much perplexed, and his hair became loosened. And immediately he proceeded toward the child who was just born. And that's the 8th child, right? So Devaki just seeing his brother coming. Kamsa is coming now, approaching her. And then he told, my dear brother, Kamsa, my dear brother, please do not kill. This is a child. This is a female child, not a boy. But I promise you, if you want, this child can be the wife of your son. Right? Can become the wife of your son. I promise you that. You should not kill this female child. Because you are not to be killed by a female child. You have to be killed by a boy. Right? A male child, not a girl. Please do not kill her. My dear brother, you already have killed so many sons. So many children just born. You've killed them. But this is not your fault. Because you have been advised by demoniac friends of yours to kill children. But now I beg you that you should not kill. Excuse this girl. At least you can stop killing this girl. Let her live as my daughter. And this is what Devaki was telling to Kamsa. But Kamsa was so cruel. He was so cruel that he did not care any advice. He did not care about the pitiful prayers of Devaki. So he forcibly took that child, the girl, by rebuking his sister. So the cruel Kamsa, began dashing that newly born child on the stone. Right? So this is an example of cruel man who sacrificed his whole relationship for the sake of personal gratification. This is cruel people, cruel man, cruel king. For his own sense gratification, he is ready to do anything. He can sacrifice anything. But when he was dashing, that child slipped away, immediately slipped away from the hand of Kamsa and went up into the sky. That child with 8-handed child. That's Durga, right? So, and he said, he telling Kamsa, I mean, she was very beautiful, decorated. This girl was decorated with nice flowers, garland, ornaments, dresses, with bow, arrows, sword, conch shell, disc, club, and shit, many things, right? This child was born like that. And then she addressed Kamsa, you rascal, you fool. How could you kill me? And the child who's going to kill you already been born before me. And he's somewhere in the world. Don't become so cruel and envious of your poor sister. He was telling like that, you know. So this is how Durga, Mother Durga appeared, you know. So, but then comes after hearing the words of Durga, he became very much overwhelmed. Now he's becoming fearful. And then immediately he released Vasudeva and Devaki from the shackles of the chains. And then slowly start to speak with them, politely start to speak. My dear sister, my dear brother-in-law, now he's repenting. I have acted just like a demon to kill my own nephews. I have killed many of their children. You know, I do not know what is the result of this enviousness on my part. I don't know what's going to happen to me. So I am surprised that the celestial, now he's saying that celestial foretelling also becoming untrue. This word that came from the sky, celestial words, now that has become untrue. So Kamsa continued to say, even celestial denies and celestial words also speaking lie now. So now there is lying in among human society. And because I believe in the words of the sky, denizance of celestial denizance, so I have committed a great sin in my life. And he's telling Devaki, Vasudeva, you're a great soul. I have nothing to instruct you. I'm very sorry because I'm under the control of superior power. My dear sister, you are very gentle. Vasudeva, you are very gentle. Please forgive me. Don't be aggrieved killing your child, because that was predestined. It was a predestined plan, even unwillingly, right? So it is explained that Kamsa became very repentful, morose. And now, next day, he went to in his assembly. And there he was telling all his ministers what has happened. A child was born, a girl was a girl, and the girl said already, the 8th child is already born, slip from my hand, he's going to kill you. So he was repenting. But then he was actually ordained by his ministers, right? He was influenced by ministers. Kans, why are you lamenting? When you're so strong, you can defeat, you can beat, you can kill anybody. Why are you afraid? You're so powerful. Just like in a Kashpu also was thinking, when I become upset, when I become angry, when the demigods start shaking with the planets, right? Now the ministers are telling Kansa the same thing. You're so powerful. Why are you morose? Why are you afraid? You're so powerful. You're so strong. Don't be morose. And that has influenced also Kamsa again. And then Kamsa ordered to kill all the child newly born. I do not know now where the child has gone. So all the child that is newly born, if they are killed, then maybe Krishna is part of that. Then he will be finished. So this is a demoniac cruel Kamsa who want to escape from death. Nobody can escape from the death. And at the end, we know the story and how also Kamsa was sent Akrura to fetch Krishna and Balaram to come for a wrestling match. So when there was a wrestling match, the Brisbasi also came and they were lamenting, oh, this is not fair. This is not fair. This wrestling match is not fair in terms of power and weight, because this Kamsa and his warriors, his warriors, wrestlers, Mustika, Chanur Mustika, they're very, very powerful, very, very big. And this too small child, this is not equal match. But I would say the other way is not fair. The other way, the Mustika, Chanur, and Kamsa are going to fight with the supreme personality of God. That is not fair in that sense. If you look at it in that sense. Because in front of the Lord, Mustika is like mosquitoes. Right? No one can defeat the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is why Krishna comes. Paritranai sadhunam vinasaita duskritam dharma samsthapanam sambhavami yuge yuge. He comes to protect the devotees, to destroy the miscreants, and to reestablish Dharma. That's why he comes, to reestablish Dharma. 3 points why he comes to this world. And Krishna comes himself. The Lord comes himself to protect his devotee. He can do anything. He can do anything. Can go to that extent to become the form, taking the form of a fish, Matsya Kurma, Varaha, half man, half lion. He can go to that extent. He doesn't mind what people are going to tell him, but to protect his people, to enlighten his people. Arjuna is asking, Karpanadaso Pahataso Bhava, please tell me, Krishna, what is my duty? What is my duty? Dharma, Dharma. The first word of Dharma, Bhagavad Gita, is Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetra. And also, Sarva Dharman Parijaja Mahamekam Saranam Braja. Dharma is everywhere. So one who abides by the principle of Dharma, he's dharmic, right? And he's the one who is actually blissful. He's that person who has become very happy by following by observing a principle of Dharma. Arjuna didn't want to follow. It says in Bhagavad Gita, Anaryam justam asdaryam akirtim karam Arjuna. Visame samupastitam. He said that where there's this impurities has come in your heart, it doesn't benefit someone who is an Aryan. It doesn't benefit one who is an Aryan. You're an Aryan if you don't do your dharma, your duty. And also akirti. Akirti means infamy. It doesn't bring fame, it brings infamy if you don't do your duty. So that's why Krishna comes. He's telling Krishna, Arjuna, this whole Bhagavad Gita also. And whatever Krishna speaks about Krishna, whatever is spoken by Krishna, remain ever fresh. Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna has come down to this world to give this message to Arjuna for our benefit. Hare Krishna. Sri Krishna Janmashtami Maha Mahotsav ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nidai Gaura Premanande.
Thank you. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you so much for the wonderful nectarian class, Maharaj. Thank you so much for narrating such nice pastimes and the reason why Krishna appeared So thank you so much, Maharaj. Do you have time, Maharaj? Can you take some questions or realization, Maharaj?
Yes.
Thank you. Hare Krishna devotees. Now the forum is open for question and answer. If you have any questions or any realization, please go ahead. I can see one hand raised from Parampavini Mataji. Mataji, please go ahead. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you for the opportunity. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you
Hare
so much for so beautiful and picturesque lecture that I was thinking that I'm just visualizing what's happening. Like, thank you so much. Maharaj, I have one question that you mentioned that Baladev Shesh as a like expand himself as a Sheshnag to protect Krishna from the storm, and at the same time Baladev also there with Mata Mata Rohini, right, in the Gokul, like, so at that time Baladev was as a child of Rohini and also Sheshnag. Hare Krishna, can you please explain, Maharaj? Hare Krishna.
Thank you. This question, last question. So that's possible. Lord expand himself in many ways and can be also simultaneously appearing at the same time. Because if you see one time, Vyasadeva is an expansion of Krishna. But this was also there, Krishna also met Vyasadeva one time. Right? So this expansion is possible. Although Baladev is in Gokul, and when Krishna was coming, so he expanded himself, Sheshanag, to protect him from getting harmed from the torrential rain. So that is possible, yes, can manifest. I said example of Vyasadeva and Krishna. Or you will find also Parasuram and Ram. They were together at one point. When Ramchandra broken the bow of Lord Shiva, and Parasuram came there. So manifestation, they can expand, yeah, themselves in many ways as possible, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Not only that, I would say he expanded, the first expansion of Krishna is Balaram. And then from Balaram comes the quadruple expansion. Vasudev, Sankarshan, Anirudh, Padumna. Okay. And then you have Narayan, Sankarshan. And then from that you get a second sets of quadruple expansion. And then Mahavishnu appear. And then Mahavishnu enters in the universe as Garbhudaksaya Vishnu. And then Garbhudaksaya Vishnu enters as Paramatma, in every living entity as Paramatma, the milk ocean. That's Garbhudaksaya Vishnu. So they are all expansion of Balaramji. And after that, Sheshnag also. Yeah, they're all expansion of Balaram. So expansion in many forms.
God is Maharaj, so beautiful. Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances to your lotus feet. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Hemangi Mataji, Hemangi Gopeshwar Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you for this beautiful class. It was very, very sweet and enjoyable. I have a question about Subhadra Devi is Krishna's sister and was married to Arjuna. So where was she born, Maharaj?
Thank you. Nice question. So if you read the 9th canto of Bhagavatam, Maharaj Sukadeva Goswami is telling to Parikshit Maharaj. I've read it myself. And then Sukadeva Goswami is telling about the children born from Devaki, 6 children, and then the 7th was Balaram. And the 8th one is Krishna, and the 9th one is Subhadra. She mentioned like that. Maharaj Parikshit. No, sorry, Sukadeva Goswami is telling Maharaj Parikshit. And he said, your grandmother, that's what he said. Your grandmother. He said like your grandmother was born the 9th child. So it doesn't mention much where was she, but we know that there's not many pastimes of Subhadra in Vrindavan. But she was shifted to Dwarka. She was there in Dwarka. Under the protection of his two brothers, Balaram and Krishna. That's why we celebrate Jagannath Rath Yatra, because he's being protected both sides. Madhye means middle. Right hand, left hand, and his brothers, two brothers protecting her. So there is not much pastime mentioned in Vrindavan by Subhadra, but she was shifted to Dwarka. That's what we know.
Yes. Thank you, Maharaj. So is Subhadra Yogamaya, Maharaj?
Yeah, there is a connection. There is a connection. Yogamaya, Subhadra, yeah, Durga also. There is connection because Durga is sister of Krishna, right? So
Yes,
Durga
Maharaj.
is also the sister of Subhadra is also the sister of Krishna, right? So there is a connection. I don't know the detail, but there is a connection. Subhadra and Durga and Yogamaya. So Durga is Mahamaya, we know, right? The same Yogamaya expand from the spiritual world. When it come here to this world, turns into Mahamaya, which is Durga Devi. There is a connection. I have to find out the connection between Durga and Subhadra and Yogamaya.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. Harini Mataji, would you like to go ahead, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my
Hare
humble
Krishna.
obeisances. All glories to Sri Prabhupada. Maharaj, my question is, Lord Shiva is always meditating, right? I wanted to know on which form of Krishna does Lord Shiva meditate?
Is it out of context? But I'm going to answer it anyway. So Lord Shiva is meditating and he's chanting Rama Ramiti, Rama Ramiti, Ramiti Ramiti Manoram. Is chanting, that is his mantra. He's chanting Ram. So that Ram is Balaram, Baladev. Right? Some people say Ramchandra, that's also fine. But it is Baladev. And the form upon which Lord Shiva is meditating is Sankarshan. Right? So Sankarshan is an expansion of Balaram. So that Ram which is chanting Ram Ramiti Ram Ram, that's Balaramji. But Shiva's Istadev is Sankarshan. Right? He's get inspiration from Sankarshan is also means Balaram, but his inspiration comes from Sankarshan. And Shiva Istadev, like the Acharyas in the past, the Acharya, they would be carrying the Istadev, right? Wherever they go, they carry the deities. So Shiva is also carrying his deity. The Shesha, everywhere. I know in the hand, the neck, that is Shesha. That's why he's carrying snakes, because that is Shesha, and that is his Istadev. He worship. There is a mantra, they say, Kapura Gauram Karunavataram. You heard of this, right?
Yes, Maharaj.
Kapura Gauram Karunavataram Sansara Saram Bhujagendra Haram. Kapura Gauram means the Shiva's color is like whitish, like Kapur. Kapura Gauram Karunavataram. Why is Karunavataram? Because he drank the ocean of poison to save the life of the people. Kapura Gauram Karunavataram Sansara Sar means people get inspiration from Lord Shiva. Sar means essence. Sansara, essence of this world. People worship Lord Shiva to be able to live in this world, to get whatever they need. So they get inspiration from him. Although Lord Shiva is renounced, but they worship him to become prosperous. Sansara Saram Bhujaga Indrahar. Bhujag means snake. And Indra means king. Har means garland. So Lord Shiva is made of Bhujaga Indrahar. So his garland is made of snake, but not only snake, but the king of snake. Who is the king of snake? The king of snake is Sheshnag, another Shesh. Right. So this is his garland. His garland is made of flowers. It's not made of flowers. His garland is made of Shesha, another Shesh, because that is his Istadev. He's carrying that everywhere he's going. Get inspiration from Sankarshan. The same Sankarshan transform into another Shesh. Yeah. So I have also been told this is why Kuvera was a worshipper of Lord Shiva. Right? So Shiva asked, I mean, that Shiva in the spiritual world is not Shiva, he is called Sadashiv. Sadashiv is Vishnu, or you can say Sankarshan also. Sadashiv in the spiritual world is not Shiva, it is Vishnu or Shankarshan. So when he desired to come to this world, material world, then he asking Kuvera a place to come, to stay. And that Sankarshan, that Sadashiv is transformed. Milk transformed become yogurt. Right? So milk transformed, we understand that Vishnu is milk and Shiva is yogurt. Milk can be transformed into yogurt, but yogurt cannot be transformed into milk. Vishnu can become Shiva, but Shiva cannot be Vishnu. So that's why Shiva now, Sadashiv, wanted to come here and stay in this world, and is staying in Kailas. Right? Or Shiva is staying in Kailas, and that Kailas belongs to Kuvera. Right? This is why Manigriva, Nalakuvara went there to enjoy, because that belonged to their father. They went there to enjoy in Kailas. That was in Kailas. They're bringing their women, society, ladies, naked, drinks. Also, they were drinking, alcoholic drink. So, because they thought that belonged to their father. But Narad Muni was going to meet Lord Shiva. He was just going to meet Shiva to, say Hare Krishna or have his association. But then he saw Nalakuvara Manigriva and he cursed them. So there is some kind of connection also. Shiva is Ishtadev is Balaramji, you can say of Sankarshan, Ananta Shesh. That's why he's carrying that snake. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna. I can see one hand raised from Karpagalli Mataji. Mataji, would you like to go ahead with the question?
Hare Krishna, Sundar Prabhuji, next to Nectarian class, and your picture is Janma, birth of Krishna, Lord Krishna. And I request you just one clarification, Prabhuji, that the pastime of Subhadra Mataji in of her dressing in during Ramachandra, Raman's avataram, no? She was in the, I suppose I don't know about her past name of please clarify. But in Ramachandra avatar.
You're saying that Subhadra was in the pastime of Ramachandra?
Yes, that is the meaning that.
Yeah.
And
yes, could be, because she also expand as Yogmaya. So that's that most probably also, yes. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Maharaj. I don't see any hand raised. So is it okay, Maharaj? With your permission, can we end the call here?
Yes, yes. Thank you. I'd like to also wish you all a blissful Krishna Janmashtami festival and celebrate with fervent happiness and bliss, chanting and dancing for the pleasure of Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. Thank you. Please bless us so that we can do our sadhanas. Thank you. Thank you so much. We are very grateful to you for your valuable time and association to us this morning, and we will look forward for your association again in the future. Dear devotees, let's pay our obeisances to Maharaj. Pancha kalpa taru vyasya namo namaha. Master की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय, सुंदर चैतन्य महाराज की जय।
Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna,
राधे राधे, हरे
Nityananda,
कृष्ण,
Nityananda,
Nityananda,
Thank you so much, Sharon.